Hi, welcome back to another ARCHICAD speed modeling quick coffee tip tutorial. I show you how to create a nice little ramp, random ramp, going from ground floor to the first level. Okay, let's get started. I just created a very simple polyline here with this, polyline, made a couple of arcs in it to make it nice and smooth. And I've got two slabs here. I can show you, ground level, next level up. Okay, so next step is, I do this a lot. I use my wall, which I sort of don't really use after. This is to get the pathway or the ramp width, which is, in this example, it's 3 meters. Height doesn't matter, don't worry about materials, the layer, we really don't need it after. So all I do is I space click on this. I've got my walls here now, just to show you what happens. There you go. So I've got a wall here, and that's where I want to write out the ramp going from here all the way up to there. So what you do is you select, it's automatic group, and we actually don't need to copy it, just drag it over. So I've got the wall over here. I just said I didn't need a copy. There you go. Now, the next step is I select the walls and I will reshape them by explode into view. I don't need the original, so hit OK, and from here now it's exploded. See there, they're now oh, actually no, there's still walls. I think it's because it's grouped, so let's suspend the groups and then we do this again. There we go. Reshape and we explode into current view. Okay, and this should have worked now. Yeah, there you go. So there are fills and lines and arcs. I only want the fill itself. I'll show you why in a moment. So take the fill marquee tool, and because you're on the fill, it'll only select all the fills. So drag this over here. So now I've got only the fills. The reason is because my next step will be doing the mesh. So if I just click the mesh down here, see I can't go over the whole thing. So you have to unify the fills first. So you go reshape and you do a fill consolidation. Just use the default settings. You can always play yourself a bit around. I hit OK, and now this should be one fill. There you go. And because it's one fill, if I now go the mesh tool, by the way, it's just 1 meter high for now. I've got a material called render or whatever, and I put on the terrain layer for now. So if I hit space click now, as you can see, it will take the lot automatically. So I don't have pieces because I don't want pieces. All right, space click. We do have this mesh here now, which I move back over here. Just roughly in the middle, doesn't really matter. So what we got is now, we do have this mesh. Okay, now we can start dragging this mesh up to our next floor. Now it is a little bit difficult to do this exactly here, so I usually use a bit of a guide, which I usually use the roof tool. Okay, again, I don't really need any of this in here specified. So what you do is we draw this roof this way and all the way to there, and you will see in a moment I go over the ramp, because if I go into 3D, that's what I get for now. And you take this and you move it down to your starting point of the ramp. There you go. And obviously on the other side, you just move it down with this tool here, and let's just go on that corner. So you see, all I use this for is a guide for me to move those up, which gives me a much better idea. So I can go now up here with my tool, and go roughly there. Okay, so this is just a rough thing, so it gives you an idea. See, if you go up here, just keep going till it pops out. There you go, pops out. You go back down here, and there you go. So always go over and you go down. just do the same with all the others. Quite easy. And as you can see, I only do one side at the moment. Right. Oop, there's one there. What happened to that one? There we go. Alright, here, haven't tried to move this up. Again, this is just a rough guideline. See, doesn't fit exactly, but that's okay. I think that's good enough for me, so I can delete that roof for now. I don't need it. And what you do is the rest you move up here. And again, you do this, it's a design tool, so you know, if you do it that way and you're not happy with it after I show you, you just start to adjust it. So this is a good guideline. See, there you go. And if you think, oh, but this is too straight here, obviously, you know, just move it down a little bit, move this down a bit, you know, there you go. Do you a bit of your own design. I think I move this down a little bit more. There you go. I think this will do for now. You get the idea. So the next bit, obviously, we need this ramp to have a certain thickness, which with this tool you can't really do. Okay, it just doesn't work. So if you go here and you extend this, it won't work. See, you can only go down. All right. So, well, you can go up, but it doesn't do anything. So what you need to do is, there's two options now. We can create the ramp at a certain thickness. I'll show you option one, which I take this now and I move it over here just for now to give you the options. Okay, so that's a copy of my mesh. Make sure this is selected. Okay, so you go to design and you go down to design extras. Now I got a couple more options here which you usually don't get if you just install the normal software. They're goodies. You can download them for free. I'll show you on the ARCHICAD website. It's up here, help. You go to your downloads, ARCHICAD downloads. Let's just show that over here. Okay, so you get this and you go all the way down to add-ons, find more, and then you can go goodies, download goodies for ARCHICAD. You know, I'm in Australia, click Australia, and then goodies for ARCHICAD 22. For the Mac or PC, you click and download it and install it. Very simple instructions. Okay, after you've done that, you've got this option now on the design. You go here and you say create roofs from mesh. So I can just click this, and what it does is now, as you can see, it automatically created roofs along this mesh. So if you take the mesh now, I can delete this, and there you go. There are roofs now. It's a really cool little goodie feature. So all I have to do is now extend my ramp in width to 200. There you go. And let's move this back to see what happens. Don't want to group suspended, and we move this back. Okay. Obviously the shell or the mesh, so the mesh, let's take the mesh over here because I don't want this anymore. Right, take the marquee tool and we have a look. Double, there we go. All right. Okay, so that's your ramp now, and that's, you obviously have to make sure you move it to the right spot. So let's move this down. Okay, so that fits perfectly. This is your ramp. It looks good, doesn't it? Now there's another option, which is you got the mesh tool here. What you can do is we can just say, okay, let's duplicate this mesh. Oops. So you just copy and paste. So you got the same meshes twice. And the next one is obviously you take them into 3D. Oops, where are they? Come on, into the middle. Now, this is another way to do it. You could say, okay, let's take one of the meshes and we lower them by -200. So there's an offset now. And then you use the solid element operation. Very simple. So we take this, you take the target, and the lower one is the operator, and all I want to do is a subtraction. Execute. So this one here, you have to now hide. Let's just put it on a layer. That'll do. Okay, so now obviously that's another easy way to do it. So you got another ramp here. If you want to move this ramp over, people that have seen that tutorial before, I cannot just move that over here. I do an offset a little bit, because what happens is, there you go, my cutting element is on the drawing and it's over here. Because it's over here, it will not cut my ramp anymore. So it's very important. So let's go step backs here. So if you want to move them, you got to move them together. But make sure that layer is on. There you go. So now you drag them over here. Okay, and if we have a look in 3D, we got them here now. And again, this one, you can now turn off layers, hide the layer, and now you got two ramps. One of them, there you go, is the roof, and the other one is done with the mesh, but you use the solid element operation. Alright, I think that was a nice quick little coffee tip, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.